Welcome into the CHGO White Sox pregame show presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into the CHGO studios. Happy Sunday morning. It's nice to greet everybody here on a baseball-filled Sunday for the first time in April. It's April 10th. Happy Sunday to all of you. Hope you have a relaxing day of White Sox baseball. We have the White Sox and Tigers coming up in about 40 minutes. The 1-1 White Sox taking on the 1-1 Tigers. We'll take you up close to first pitch. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me, back from Detroit, the CHGO White Sox beat writer, Vinnie Duber. You can follow him on Twitter at Vinnie Duber. And the man in the middle, Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
The CHGO White Sox community leader. You can follow him on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. So we got a lot to talk about today. Tim Anderson returns. We'll talk about the Sunday lineups led off by Tim Anderson. We'll go through Michael Kopech's first start and talk about Tariq Skubal. And then we will go through some bets and predictions for you on this fine Sunday morning. Happy Sunday, Brennan. Happy Sunday, Schlesh Poppy. Excited to talk to you guys about this game today. Vinny, though, we got to go to you first. Came back from Detroit just, about 10 hours ago or something like that. How was Detroit? How was the recap? How were the 2 games you saw? Sox versus the Tigers.
Number one thing I learned in the Motor City is that, indeed, I confirmed, if you will, get up, everybody's going to leave their seat. Get down, everybody's going to move their feet. You do have to lose your mind in Detroit Rock City. It's true. But, it was a good time. It was a good few days out there in Motown. And
I even got that reference.
Yeah, you did. There you go.
I got that reference because of Paul Blart Mount Cop.
Now, Herb Lawrence, big Kiss fan.
Oh,
if you had to go with one of the face paints, what would you go with?
The cat one.
You'd go with the cat, Peter Chris?
Meow. I don't know.
I'd go Ace.
You got to go Ace. Spaceman.
I'd go
You got to
Ace.
go Spaceman.
I was more of a Kiss fan when they took the makeup off and did that one video.
You're the only one. You're the only
That
one.
one.
The disco song? Not good.
Just real quick, we're going to go with keep making more Kiss references.
Yeah.
I'm in a New York groove right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're back in the New York groove.
Back in the New York groove.
Because you got that Mets hat back on again.
And this is the Shakespeare in the Park. It's a New York thing.
Wow, look at you. Are you leaving? You
going? I might. Tempted by the fruit of another.
Hey, why aren't we talking about Jack White? Thomas wants to know.
Jack White was good. I was I didn't know this when I bought the tickets, but I attended Jack White's wedding.
Congrats.
That was interesting. Surprise proposal, surprise wedding in the middle of the first show of his new tour, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, we saw some baseball too while I was there actually in Detroit, and it was pretty exciting. A couple good games. I know White Sox fans didn't like the outcome of the first one, but man, that was a fun one to attend with the walk-off and everybody going nuts at Comerica.
Yeah, what was the favorite moment? You had Bummer striking out the side on Saturday, a lot of good moments on Friday. What was like the most energetic moment or most energy-filled moment of the weekend? Was it the Baez walk-off?
It was the Baez walk-off just because that's, what the home crowd was waiting for. But I'll tell you this, there was no greater signal that baseball was back than seeing Yasmani Grandal bat flip a walk. That was, it was like, all right, we're back in it. The season is here. We've officially started things.
Everything's returned to normal.
Absolutely, normalcy.
And he bat flipped a home run, too. So we got, best of both worlds. We got the Yasmani Grandal show in the past 2 games. So glad to have you back, Vinny, here in the CHGO studios, and excited to have everybody in the YouTube chat right now. We got Matt from Oak Lawn, Thomas, Zach, Connor, Jake. Thanks for hanging out on a Sunday. We're excited to talk to you, and we're excited to talk to you about Tim Anderson returning. TA is back for the White Sox after serving his 2-game suspension. He will be leading off for the Sox, just in about, 40 minutes or so. Herb, we talked about Tim Anderson, the importance of him leading up in this season. We talked about his leadership. What does this mean now that Tim Anderson's returning for the Sox and leading off for them today?
I just looked up some stats before we got on air, and I don't know if it's causation, but it's 100% correlation. Tim Anderson, when he plays for the 2021 White Sox, they were 73 and 50. That's almost a 60% winning percentage. When he did not play, 20 and 19. Now, you could say, you don't know who the starting pitchers were that day, whatever, but there's something to be said. We all feel it, and now the numbers show it, that Tim Anderson is very important to the White Sox lineup. Him being there, not only being the presence that he is as an offensive player, but just the juice that he brings to the table. people know that when Tim Anderson's in the game, the White Sox are a much more deadly team. And the record shows, and I'm looking forward to him facing Tariq Skubal to start. Sorry, I said it wrong. Skubal to start the game off, because I know Timmy's going to be ready. He's going to be ready to show the people that he's ready for the opening day or his opening day, and show the Tigers that, hey, enjoy your first win. Enjoy that win. I'm back now. This is our division.
Yeah, right, Javi Baez. Let's tell you who the best shortstop in the AL Central is. I loved when you were talking about that. You said Juice, you said Skubal, and Lawrence, our producer today, is being his own soundboard without his mic on in the background, going Juice and Skubal. So I love that for us. Vinny, we talked about TA. He said he was going to be the most important player for the White Sox in 2022, and I think if I'm remembering correctly, you picked him to win the MVP. So the MVP is returning for the Sox. You hear the record when they play with TA, when they play without TA. What else does it mean, though, for the Sox? Because, their leader's back.
I just mentioned, it seemed like, okay, baseball's back now that Yaz is bat flipping walks. The Sox season can officially start now that TA is back today, and obviously they played a couple games, got a win out of there, so that's good for them without him, but they're going to get a lot more with him than they ever would without him. He is a guy that, we said it. He does everything for this team. He does absolutely everything for this team. For him to step in the box as the first guy batting today, it's going to be a different lineup. Even though that lineup is still pretty darn stacked without him, it's like you're running on battery power without him. When he's in there, you're plugged right into the wall. You're getting all that electricity. It's completely different. He's going to be making some plays out in the field. You just know it. And it's funny, when I talked to Josh Harrison, in spring training about what that infield's going to be like with him and TA on it. Josh Harrison's playing third base today, so they're on the same side there. He goes, man, between me and TA, I don't know if we're ever going to shut up. and it's just, they are just going to be chatting. They are an energetic duo, the two of them, and it's going to be nice to see them on the same infield today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's still, it's just funny that, we thought about them as, the two cornerstones, turning double plays at shortstop and second base. And like you mentioned it, Harrison's playing third base today. So, we get to see the Danny Mendick show at second base with Leary getting a day off. Let's go into the Sunday lineups. Why not? Because we're talking about it. We're mentioning the double play combos here. TA will be leading off for the Sox, playing shortstop. Batting second for the Sox will be Luis Robert. Third for the Sox, playing first base, is Jose Abreu. Batting fourth for the Sox, left fielder Eloy Jimenez. Batting fifth for the Sox, DH Andrew Vaughn. Batting sixth for the Sox, third baseman Josh Harrison. Batting seventh, right fielder Adam Engel. Batting eighth, catcher Reese McGuire, making his White Sox debut. And the ninth hitter, Danny Mendick, playing second base. For the Tigers, Robbie Grossman leading off, playing right field. Batting second, left fielder Austin Meadows. Batting third, shortstop Javi Baez. Batting fourth, third baseman Jamer Candelario. My bad on that. Jamer Candelario. Batting fifth, DH Miguel Cabrera. Batting sixth, second baseman Jonathan Scope. Batting seventh, we got center fielder Victor Reyes. Batting eighth, first baseman Spencer Torkelson. And batting ninth, catcher Tucker Barnhart, who I've loved that he was, he was originally a switch hitter. Then he found more success batting from the left side only in Cincinnati, and now he's signed with the Tigers and he's gone back to switch hitting. So that's just the quirks of baseball. I love seeing stuff like that. But Herb, going up and down the lineup, 1, 2, 3 looks pretty normal for the White Sox. Going down a little bit looks a little clunky. But what do you make of the White Sox lineup on this Sunday?
I love it, and I love that they have Andrew Vaughn getting more at bats. Batting fifth, he is a deadly guy. We saw it last versus Soto on the ninth inning. He crushes left-handers. Tariq Skubal will be a lefty out there. Batting fifth will be Andrew Vaughn.
Can't even say his name without giggling. It's a Skubal.
Tariq Skubal.
He'll be batting fifth in this lineup. Deadly. I think, despite the reports out there, the White Sox really love Andrew Vaughn, and there's going to be no trade of Andrew Vaughn in the near future because they see him as this type of guy, a guy who can bat fifth in this lineup occasionally, but in its best sense, he'll probably be batting sixth or seventh behind when Yohan Moncada comes back. So, yeah, I love the lineup, and that's what I look at first. Like, Tim, of course, everybody, we just talked about him. But Andrew Vaughn, look out for him today. He's going to have a good game versus Tariq Skubal.
Yeah, and I was honestly surprised to see Vaughn batting fifth. When I try to make this lineup in my head at 2 a.m. last night, I would picture Harrison batting above Vaughn, just because it feels like Tony likes the veteran batting above the rookie. But we've seen Andrew Vaughn now with an RBI last game on Saturday, and we saw him with the big home run in the 9th inning. What has Vaughn been like? You talked to Andrew Vaughn on Friday. You talked about his kind of even keelness, but what do the Sox see in Vaughn? Because we hear that he's in trade rumors, or at least the A's are interested. Who wouldn't?
Everybody.
I'm sure the A's are interested,
Every single team
and I'm sure the White Sox don't want to give him up. Well, not really breaking any news on that ground, but to answer your first question, what's Vaughn been like? Same thing that Andrew Vaughn's always been like, and I think that's part of the appeal in terms of what the White Sox love about him so much, is that he is so consistent. He is a guy who comes and does his job the exact same way every single day. Every trip to the plate is exactly the same. That's how you become a professional hitter, which is another term we've heard to describe Andrew Vaughn. Tony La Russa over the weekend used the phrase mentally strong, and I think it just goes to show that those things, to define that, it means that the results of any one at-bat is not going to seep into the other at-bats that follow, or even in the field if Andrew happens to be playing right field, first base, wherever. So I think that White Sox fans are seeing on a daily basis why the White Sox are so high on Andrew Vaughn. And if he can avoid the kind of things that happened to him at the end of last year, which of course was mostly caused by physical things, then you're going to see that mental strength, to use Tony's terminology, take over and really carry him through the whole season.
And I wanted to ask you about A.J. Pollock. We saw him be taken out of the game. Andrew Vaughn becomes his pinch runner. Next at bat, he drives in a run. Angle pinch runs for him, and then we see him as a defensive replacement for the end of the game. Was there an update on Pollock's health? I know that obviously he's going to be going on the paternity list soon, so they might not need to put him on the IL. Was there an update on him? What's the status of Pollock for the Sox?
Not a specific one. So we talked to AJ after the game yesterday, and he actually pulled both of his hamstrings last year with the Dodgers. Separate occasions, obviously, but he dealt with two pretty serious hamstring pulls last year. So he knows what it feels like, and he knew that this didn't feel like that. And so he said, had he not have gone through that experience last year, he might have tried to play through this or tried testing it out at the very least. And he felt it. He felt that it was just a little bit, but he felt it and was like, let's not do anything. And certainly the White Sox always take that approach with their guys, cautious, trying not to, injure them further. He assessed this as being much milder than what he went through last year and believes that it will be a short-term thing, to use his terminology. That's not specific, obviously. He was set to go on the paternity list after today's game, which would have knocked him out for about 3 games, for a very happy reason. Now, maybe this coincides with that. We have not heard anything in terms of how short the short-term thing is from a numbers standpoint. I would imagine we would maybe get that information not until he is the day after he was scheduled to come off the paternity list. If he does not necessarily come back from that leave, then maybe that's when we get an update from the White Sox saying, okay, this is how long we think additionally he'll need to be out.
Right. And Herb, with Pollock, I'm not too concerned. I mean, hearing that now that, Pollock, knew what it was like last year, and he still played 117 games, which was the most he's played since 2015. So, I mean, that's at least calming to hear. We'll talk about some more important injury news with Lucas Giolito in the postgame show, and that's a podcast for you to take in on your drive home tomorrow if you're listening. But this at least makes me feel a little bit better after seeing him around first base and pull up a little, limp.
Yeah, and I think it's best for him and his family too, because it's a joke for the paternity list to be 3 days only. Hey, your child's born. Hey, child, I'm out. Yeah. Peace. Hey, mom, I'm gone too. Take care of that child. This, I hope, will be, hey, get on the IL, go and see your child being born. Spend a couple days. I know the season is important, whatever. Family's much more important. I hope AJ will rejoin the team after his 10-day. I think it's 10-day for players still, right? 15 for
so
pitchers.
Many changes in that CBA. We're still learning them on the fly, all these rule changes.
10 days. Take it, enjoy your family, recover, and enjoy your family. It's just, they should have been looking forward to that in the CBA, but, they're not worried too much about families when they're playing baseball. So it's great for him that he gets to go and see his family, and he gets to see the birth of his second child. I applaud him for, taking time off, and I hope the White Sox put him on the IL for that reason too, even though if he can play right after he gets out of the paternity list.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how they handle it. They'll have a day off too on Monday, so we'll see, if they put him on the IL or not. But also you mentioned just good for him. Their first child, him and his wife.
Second.
No, but
second daughter.
Their first child was in the NICU, so they had of a rougher time. That was during COVID, so that was a pretty harrowing experience. This one sounds a little bit more planned. This one sounds a little bit more on schedule. So good for them, and we wish them the best to them and their child. So let's go into the probable pitchers here. Not only, as Stephen Niss says, happy TA Day, it's happy Kopech Day. Michael Kopech is making his first start for the White Sox in 2022, and the last time he started in Detroit, he left the game with a Tommy John injury. So this might be, some interesting grounds for Michael Kopech to return for. You see his 2021 stats: 4-3 on the year, 3.50 ERA, 69 and a third innings pitched coming out of the White Sox bullpen. Made a couple spot starts, 103 Ks to 24 walks and a FIP of 297. Herb, you like the stats, huh?
They're really good. I wish they can be extrapolated for a whole season. I know they're trying to take Michael Kopech slow because of this late start with him having COVID in February, but I'm looking forward to the start. I'm not expecting more than probably 3 innings from Michael Kopech because he pitched a total of 4 in spring training. He, after that last start, said he was feeling fine. He felt like he can go out and get another inning in, but yeah, save the bullets for the regular season, and this is it right here. I have no worries for Kopech on the mound when he's on the mound. I have worries about Kopech's durability. I have worries about Kopech's injury history. That's it. As he's on the mound, I'm cool, calm and collected, and that's what he is too.
Right. And Vinnie, the bullpen, you wrote about the bullpen. I love the piece about what Aaron Bummer won after striking out the side yesterday. But the bullpen's going to be important because Kopech, might be able to pitch a very quality 4 innings today, but length is all about his story this year. So what are the White Sox expecting bullpen usage? Why? Who might be available today? Who might not be available?
Yeah, I would imagine we won't see Bennett Sousa after he pitched in both of the first 2 games. Probably won't see Aaron Bummer after he pitched in the first 2 games. But so that puts you down 2 lefties. So hope you don't need any more of those. But,
and also, my bold prediction of Liam Hendricks breaking the save record already out because Aaron Bummer got a save yesterday. I just realized that.
Yeah, but again, that was a weird situation, and I wrote about this kind of. It's like not only is the bullpen dealing with all this pressure being put on them from the shortened spring. Now you've got your top 2 starting pitchers out. Now the bullpen needs to help fill in there. And then on top of it, you get the regular old baseball stuff where, you see Aaron Bummer not being able to finish the 8th inning the other day, forcing Liam Hendricks into the game early. He's got to get up again to pitch the 9th, and now he's unavailable for game 2. The same thing happened when Kyle Crick couldn't finish his inning, and Kendall Graveman's got to come in and go in for another inning. He's unavailable for game 2. You're in the second game of the season, and your top 2 relief pitchers are already unavailable because of the way you had to use them in the first game. This is not going to stop for the bullpen. There's so much pressure being put on them with the starters not being able to go very long. The White Sox are in a even more unique situation in that Michael Kopech is on this workload management plan that's going to keep his innings down. Who knows who's even going to fill in for Lucas Giolito yet, because it sounded like today Tony La Russa told the writers who are still in Detroit that Reynaldo Lopez is staying in the bullpen until Joe Kelly comes back because he's injured too. Ryan Burr is on the injured list right now, you've got to remember. I mean, this is a lot of challenges that the bullpen is facing right now, even for folks that get rewarded with Thors hammer.
Yeah, and let's talk about Thors hammer. So Aaron Bummer strikes out the side and he gets Thors hammer. What's the whiteboard this?
So last year, you're familiar with Liam Hendricks and his love of Legos.
Yes.
Okay. He built a Lego Infinity Gauntlet. The Thanos weapon for all you non-nerds out there. And so
because
every
they'll know
time
who Thanos is.
What's up?
They'll know who Thanos is.
That's a pretty popular movie.
It's
I know
it's
it
only
is.
the most popular movie of all time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So
Even I have saw that.
my point.
I never saw it, but that's just me.
I've never
because you're a
seen it.
weirdo. You guys are weirdos. It's a great movie.
My
Disney
point
Plus.
being that last year that went to somebody who struck out the side in an inning. Bullpen pitcher who strikes out the side in the inning. This year it's different. He built a Lego version of Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, and so now that goes to somebody who strikes out the side in an inning.
Can you say
Aaron
that
Bummer
again?
did it. You wanted me to slow down the pronunciation
Yeah,
there?
what was it?
Mjolnir is the name of Thor's
Mjolnir.
enchanted hammer.
Mjolnir.
And a sidearm pitcher from Austria, Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nerds.
I'm just trying to make a joke. I'm sorry. I've never seen the movie, so not in a bad way.
I'm
but
filling you in. I'm just filling you in.
it.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
So that's what's going to this this year. And so Aaron Bummer's just talking to us at his locker, and sitting back there in his locker is Thor's hammer. Like, it's like life size. Like, it's big.
Like he could hold it.
Do you think he'll let you guys touch it eventually?
I don't know. Probably
just
not.
For the person.
Probably not. What I suggested was they should, rig up something in the clubhouse where it gets like buried in the ground, and if you get it, you have to pull it out, to prove your worthiness. So
people go nuts for that on social media. You're just giving them good bits.
I know.
This is for free too. So I mean, if we see any of that happening,
I am scripting the White Sox bullpen's TikTok as we speak. I think.
There you go. Let's real quick talk about the idea of the bullpen usage. If Kopech goes 4 innings, who is available to go multiple innings?
I think we're going to see Tanner Banks today.
Okay.
He did not pitch in either of the first 2 games, and even after Lucas went down with the injury, I asked Tony, because Chris Getz told us Tanner Banks was among those minor league guys who could be considered starting depth. That was before he made the roster. I asked Tony after Lucas goes down, is he an option? Can he do it? He can throw innings. He's got a starter's background. And he said, well, yeah, he's an option, but they're still taking that very, understandable, let's see how these games, we got to get through these games before we get to the next game kind of thing. Vince Velasquez will obviously start the home opener, but after that, or a few days after that, they're going to need somebody to step into Giolito's spot in the rotation. Maybe Tanner Banks, because it sounds like it's not going to be Reynaldo Lopez. Johnny Cueto's minor league deal is expected to be announced sometime soon, but he's going to need time. Whether it's in Arizona or down at AAA Charlotte, he's going to need time and to face hitters before he can be ready, even as a big league option. So we're going to see what the deal is with that start. About a week from now. Right now, though, today, I think you're going to see probably at least them try to squeeze 2 innings out of Tanner Banks.
All right, so we'll get 6 innings from Kopech and Banks in this hypothetical situation. We'll probably get an inning from, Mr. Friend's Lego set, as Jake Spiewak says, for Monica and Rachel, Liam Hendricks, probably in the 9th inning. Graveman will pitch in the 8th. So, the 6th or the 7th inning, who do we think that's going to take up by? Jose Ruiz?
Matt Foster hasn't pitched yet.
Okay.
Jose Ruiz pitched yesterday. I would expect Matt Foster to be seen. He hasn't made an appearance yet. So,
all right. So we could assume Kopech, Banks, Foster, Graveman, Hendricks.
And then it's an off day tomorrow. Maybe they're. I mean,
Maybe you
Benacius
squeeze
is probably
2 out of Hendricks.
100% out, right? Because of the first 2 times in his career. Man, he looked really nice.
Kyle Crick didn't pitch yesterday either. He could maybe come back today as well.
I'd be excited to see him. I mean, he had like a 33% chase rate and only hit the zone like 18% of the time. Like he needs a better control, but also his stuff is still nasty.
Effectively wild, as they say, right?
Exactly, effectively wild. And luckily, it's not raining in Detroit today. 52 degrees, and it will be sunny.
Beautiful.
So good to see that. I know Pine Tar Keyboard brought up Liam Hendricks versus the rain in Detroit. All right, real quick, just want to mention Tariq Skubal. Tariq Skubal last year, 8-12 win record, 4-3, 4.34 ERA, 149 and a third innings pitch, 164 Ks to 47 walks, and a FIP of 5.09. Tim Anderson, who's leading off, has had 10 at-bats, 5 hits, 4 doubles, 1 home run. So 5 extra base hits in 10 at-bats for Tim Anderson against Tariq Skubal, 500 batting average, 546 OBP, and a slugging of 1,200.
And
so not bad.
The last time they faced each other in July, I believe, July 3rd, the White Sox got 5 runs off of Tariq Skubal, but Dallas Keuchel gave up like 7 earned, and the White Sox lost 10-5. But the White Sox have gotten to Tariq Skubal in his short career. And their history versus left-handers, the recent history versus left-handers, should be a very encouraging thing for White Sox fans to watch. And you just said, Tim Anderson's back, firstly. And then secondly, he eats Tariq Skubal.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, the White Sox just do lifetime. Yuri Garcia, Adam Engel all have, I think, OPS is over 1,000 against Tariq Skubal. So let's move.
It's a Skubal.
We crack ourselves up that we're not. I hope you guys find that entertaining, because every time like Vinnie said, I even try to say his name regularly. I'm like, oh fuck.
We're not going to whiteboard it. I mean, good luck. If you know it, if someone finds it out,
if you
we'll
know, you know,
it.
as the kids
If
would
anyone can actually let us know what we're referencing, we will let you in on the joke. But let's go into our betting section and get some predictions, and we'll get our click to picks. Herb, we got some bets for you today. What you got for the people in the betting lineup? Do we have that made? I can go to my picks.
No, we'll just do it on cam.
Okay, all right, let's do it on cam. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it live.
All right, fuck it. We'll do it live.
Sorry, kids.
It's 11:30.
There's kids watching.
11:55. All right, we'll go through my bets. First up, we mentioned Tim Anderson's batting average against Tariq Skubal, 5 for 10 lifetime with 5 extra base hits. TH to record 2 hits. Plus 185, plus money I've always loved. I'll tell you that on CHGO bets. I do think Tim Anderson will record 2 hits, so that's a nice bet right there. White Sox over 1 run in the first 3 innings. We've seen them get off to hot starts in these 2 games against Detroit. 2-0 lead yesterday on a weird Eloy Jimenez single. TA will get on base, and Luis Robert just needs to drive him home. Jose Abreu, who's had 100 RBIs in pretty much every single season he's played in, just needs to drive him home. So I like that one. I also like, in that case, over a half a first inning run. So I do think a first inning run will be scored, so I'll take the over on that total. That's minus 105.
I go with Eloy hitting a home run. That's plus 550 for today. Steve Stone always is the prognosticator. He says, watch out when Eloy starts elevating the ball. It's coming soon. I'm going to listen to Steve Stone. So plus 550 for Eloy to hit a home run. And then Tim Anderson, we talked about. I have him 4+ total bases today. That's plus 450. That's easy. A home run gets you there right there, guys.
Right. I mean, he's got 4 doubles. Two doubles right there. There's 4 bases.
And then I have over 9 runs, which is at plus 145 for the White Sox and Tigers as a total. They had crappy weather on Friday, scored 9 runs there. I think beautiful 50-degree weather with Tariq Skubal and Michael Kopech being a short outing with the bullpen out there. Runs will be scored today.
The best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. We gave you the bets, so go place your money on what we're giving you. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from a CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from a CHGO locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you out. PointsBet is your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better with the live NBA same-game parlay. You can watch live, parlay live, and boost live with PointsBet. Online sign-up is available in Illinois. You can download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts at 12:10, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Okay, we got to go into the comment section real quick before we get into our clicks to pick, because Connor Smith commented, and he's out of there, which means Connor gets the reference. So Connor,
sure.
A connoisseur of hotel commercials.
Yeah, Connor is my best friend from high school, so
is
we've
he?
been over
okay.
this.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, Vinnie brought this to us, and I cannot stop laughing about it ever since he brought it up.
Yeah.
I'd say it at home, too.
You just say it in your free time?
Yeah. Skubal. Oh, God.
I mean, it's fun to say.
It is.
Yeah, but,
Ridiculous thing.
This is the best. I love that this is what the chat brings us. I was just at a family party yesterday, and my cousin Danny was, talking some trash. I'm going to be honest. He was watching the live stream, and he was talking some trash about the show. I was like,
Wow.
all right, Danny. You know what? He talks about watching every single show.
At least he's tuned in.
Yeah, he's tuned in. He's got thoughts. So I love to hear that.
Danny,
But
hit that like button just right underneath the YouTube
He is
stream,
subscribed,
yeah.
and
Okay.
if you're not
Thank you, Danny.
subscribed, make sure you are subscribed and hit that notifications bell, like Lawrence is trying to let you know, because we will be going live once the last out is made of this Tiger White Sox game, and we will have an hour post game for you, and we will be talking about Lucas Giolito's injury. He hasn't been placed on the IL yet, and we'll talk about that if we get any news about it, but we'll talk about how that will affect the Sox in our post game show. But let's wrap up this pregame getting our click to picks. Vinny, who's your click to pick, and what's your prediction for today?
I went with the easy way out here and took TA because I can't imagine anybody being more fired up to swing it in a baseball game. TA is going to go out there and get, like, you guys were just talking about, I would imagine a multi-hit game here. So I'm going to go ahead with TA. You're asking for who I think is going to win the game?
Yeah. You got a run prediction, we got a score prediction.
I think they'll get. I think they'll do some good damage. I think you might see the biggest run total from the White Sox that we've seen of the 3 games so far. But it's all hinging on Kopech to me, and so I think it could be a high scoring game on both sides. I'll take the White Sox to edge it, but to edge out the Tigers. But I do think Kopech. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do.
Makes sense. Herb, your click to pick.
Luis Robert, the guy hasn't exploded yet. He's had some good at-bats so far in the early season, but I expect some big things today from the big Panther. They call him the Pantera, right?
Yes, La Pantera, and
La means the Panther.
It does mean the Panther.
It does mean the Panther, and I'm not trying
the English version's terrible.
I'm not trying to bust toss you, but I mentioned this to Vinnie before we started the show. Luis Robert has an expected slugging percentage of 798 on Statcast right now. Which place? I've read in baseball books that place.
Yeah.
That's a good number. That's a big number.
And I'm expecting like a 7-3, 7-4 game. For the White Sox, of course.
Yeah, and Luis Robert, 667 batting average right now. So, just casual stuff.
Singles
Luis
and
Robert.
doubles.
My click to pick is Adam Engel. I think he's going to have a big day for the White Sox. I'm excited to see him. I mean, when we talked about right field, we talked about Andrew Vaughn, Gavin Sheets, and Adam Engel. It was all about health for Adam Engel. He's healthy right now, and his career lifetime numbers is only one start against Tariq Skubal, but he's 2-3 with a home run against Tariq Skubal and a lot of high exit velocities for Adam Engel against Skubal. So I think that he'll have some success against Skubal's slider.
I'm just forcing it.
Do we think that Skubal's slider is a screwball?
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. Should we be out of here?
We should be
end this
out
pregame?
of here.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching the CHGO White Sox pregame and giving your click to picks. I saw someone had a Reese McGuire click to pick. I saw someone had a Yasmani Grandal click to pick. Kopech click to pick. So excited to see how this game plays out, and we will join you after the last out is made. We appreciate everyone for watching the CHGO White Sox pregame. For Vinnie Duber, for Herb Lawrence, for Lawrence, our great producer, and for Tariq Skubal, I'm Sean Anderson, and we will see you after the game. Go Sox!